Hey, now, my name is Josh, and the title of this video is A Healthy Body is a Healthy Mind. Basically, the whole premise of this video is the idea that um, if you build your physical body, it will actually build your mental health, right? So, it's the idea, and it's been shared by a lot of people, that it's actually quite important for your mental fortitude to fortify your body in a way, right? So I'm going to be talking about how this personally changed my life a little bit, how it contributed to changing my life, right? Now, first off, there's one thing we need to get out the way, and that it's scientifically proven that exercise makes you happier, right? We can't deny this, right? Science has proven time and time again that the average person exercising, no matter what kind of exercise, whether it's yoga, whether it's running, whether it's gymming, the average person that exercises is proven to be happier than the person who doesn't exercise. So if you're gonna take anything from this video, if you've watched this far and you're literally just gonna click off the video in 2 seconds, take take that. It is scientifically proven that exercise makes you happier. So basically, if you're gonna take anything from this video, just start exercising, right? Now, here's my personal story. It was last year, right? I'd already been quite happy, right? Good mental health. But if I'm being honest, I was like always tired. And one thing I've always noticed is when I feel tired, it's almost like I feel depressed at the same time. There's usually no psychological correlation, but when you're tired, you feel like down and it just makes you feel sadder. When you're energized and happy, you feel alive, right? And that's one thing that exercise will actually do for you, right? So when I felt like this, I actually started gymming, right? And now I've been gymming consistently now since August last year. It is currently January this year, so yeah, it's been quite a journey. And basically, I noticed that a week or 2 weeks after starting to gym, I felt a lot happier, a lot more confident, and basically it changed my mental health, right? So it just took me to that next level of mental health. And you should definitely start doing something too. Now, basically, it'll give you a feeling of peace and happiness, so you should definitely start gymming. Now, what kind of exercise should you do? Now, this is a tough question, right? This is a very tough question to me. I think what's very important is just the fact that you're doing exercise, right? But I feel like personally I've benefited the most from high intensity, like pushing yourself to the limits kind of exercise, right? I don't benefit from like stretching or I don't know if you'd call that exercise, but like these low intensity things like riding a bike a little bit or something. Like, yeah, if you're riding a bike for a long time, or maybe you're riding like a super high resistance bike in the gym, yeah, that definitely works. I'm talking about the kind of stuff that makes you sweating, right? You're pushing yourself to the absolute limit. By the third set, you're like absolutely finished, right? And that's, for me personally, that's gymming. For some people, that's like maybe running, right? By the time you're done with the run, you're sweating and you're finished and you're tired, right? Um, for some people, that's maybe swimming. I also swim a lot actually, and swimming is one of those things also. Now, I think personally, yeah, just any form of high intensity. So, if you're going to the gym, you shouldn't really be doing like low weight for a lot of reps, right? You should really just do as high weight for as little reps as possible, or I mean, for a decent amount of reps, and just push yourself to the absolute limit. I'm talking like you can't even move the weight a millimeter, right? Now, it should be the same if you're going to be like running or swimming. It should be to the point where you literally feel like you can't move anymore. And I always push myself to this limit. It makes you think, I'd probably feel so tired, but once your body adapts to the feeling of pushing yourself to the limit, you actually recover so quickly. It's crazy, but it's obviously important that you should get good sleep and a good diet with lots of protein. Now, one last thing I want to touch on for this short video that I'm finishing up now, is you should get sunlight while exercising as much as possible. Now, obviously in the gym you won't be getting sunlight, which is why I do more than just gym, right? I play a sport called water polo. A lot of people probably haven't heard of it already, but basically it's like a thing where you swim a lot and you're in the sun a lot, right? So that's how I get my sun personally. But when it's like water polo season is done, I run outside. The fresh air and the sunlight is proven to refresh your mind and give you peace. So, yeah, keep that in mind that you should, while it's good to do things also in the dark, like, I don't mean actually in the dark, but let's say you go to the gym, right? While definitely it's good to go to the gym sometimes, well, a couple times a week or something, it's also very important that you do outdoor exercise along with it. So include that in your training program for results with mental health. And that's everything for this video. Cheers.